Hello, good morning. Today we are going to discuss three concepts: autocorrelation, moving average, and long memory. So it's not very short video, but it is going to help all of you. So what is autocorrelation? As it is written, you can see here, autocorrelation represents the degree of similarity between a given time series and a lagged version of itself over successive time intervals. So I have given here an actual time series. This is the day 1 data 10. This is the day 2 data 9. Day 3 it is 8. Day 4 11. Day 5 12. Day 6 9. And day 7 14. Lagged means this whole time series is down by one lag, one day or one observation. So here the observations are daily, so that is why it is day lag. So this becomes 0. You can observe 10 has come here, 9 has come here, 8 has come here. Like this 9 here is now here. And obviously there is no place for 14. Similarly, if you see the lag 2, that is a 2-day lag. So obviously the first 2 days are 0 observations, and 10, which was ideally here, it has come down 2 down, 9 is also 2 down, and this 12 is also 2 down. Obviously there is no place for 9 and 14. Similarly, lagged 3. You can observe lagged 3, obviously 3 zeros. Then 10 comes, so 10 is down by 3 notches, so 10 is here. Then 9 is also down by 3 notches from here to here. I'm comparing with the base means with the actual time series. Then 9 comes here, then 8 comes here, then 11 comes here. 11 is also 3 notches down here. It was here, now it is here. So basically it is a degree of similarity. So now if you want to calculate the autocorrelation between this actual time series and this lag time series, so what you are supposed to do, you're supposed to select this, you're supposed to select this, and you have to calculate correlation with the correl function in Excel. Very simple. If you want to calculate the autocorrelation of the lagged 2 function, then you have to calculate this time series, you have to select this time series, you have to select, and in Excel there is a function called correlation. That correl function you can use to calculate the autocorrelation. Similarly for here L3 and automatic, the actual time series, how to do? So you select this series, then correl function, then this series. Function is correl, correl. It is available in Excel. So that will give you the autocorrelation function. Now we are talking so much why this autocorrelation is so important, and why autocorrelation we are emphasizing so much. Why this similarity between the past and the present, why it is so important. Why? So basically lag time series means past, actual time series means present, and why this link between past and present? So there is basically we are searching for a link between the past and the present. Why we are doing that? That why is very important to understand. So now we are going to the next part to understand why. Why? So this is another time series. I have just taken lag time series 1 so that you understand clearly. This is a different time series. So you can see the original time series is 10.0099, 8.75, 8.75, 8.5. The lag time series is obviously this last 8.5 has no place here because it is lagged by 1. Now if you carefully observe, this time series is not random. This time series has a direction. So it is coming down first from 10 to 9, that is a sharp step downwards. Then the rate of down is decreased. It is only 0.25. Again here the rate of decrease is 0, and here again the rate of decrease is 0.25. So the time series which initially decreased by 1 unit, here decreased by 25 basis points, here decreased by 0, and here decreased by 25 basis points. Similarly here also the lag time series is also following the same pattern. This kind of pattern where the time series is not going to a lower value suddenly maintaining its strength on a long period, long horizon. This is called moving average. So in financial markets, what moving average means? Moving average means long memory or long range dependence in time series. What does it mean? It means that past has a clue of the future. Past events are not easily forgotten. On the contrary, past is having a clue of the future. So first we have discussed on autocorrelation. So this is another autocorrelation. This is the autocorrelation function. So if you calculate the autocorrelation function between these two time series, the autocorrelation function will not come down rapidly. Why? Suppose you do a correlation function between this point to this point. It is pretty similar. Correlation between this point to this point is 1 because both are 9. Correlation between this point to this point is also 1. Correlation between this point and this point is closer to 0.9. Correlation between this point to this point is obviously 1. And correlation between this point to this point is almost close to 1. So basically that means the correlation between each of these corresponding points of the original time series and the lag time series. I repeat again, the correlation of these corresponding points of the original time series and the lag time series, these correlations are not coming down. I repeat this part again. So let's start from here. Here 9 and 10 correlation is very close. If you use a correlation function, correlation is almost 90%. 9 and 9 correlation is 100%. 9 and 9 again 100%. 8.75 and 9 very close to 95%. 8.75 and 8.75 very close to 100% or 100%. 8.5 and 8.75 almost 95%. So the correlation here is not coming down. Correlation is not becoming 20% or 30%. So the correlation between the original time series and the lag time series is going stronger and stronger as the time progresses. So this is an indication of long memory in a time series or long range dependence. So if you basically find out moving average in your work, then you can convincingly conclude that past has a clue of the future. Past events are not easily forgotten. So I will just tell you where we started today's video. We started at autocorrelation. So autocorrelation is degree of similarity between the given time series and the lagged version of itself. So the autocorrelation is basically point-to-point correlation of an original time series and the lag time series. That is autocorrelation. Now, when this autocorrelation is very, very strong, it is not coming down, then it tells us that the time series is following moving average. So that means we have to do a forecasting method based on moving average. Our forecasting tool is moving average. And why it is moving average? Because this characteristic says that this has got a long memory, and long memory means past has got a clue of its future. Hope you like this video. It is a bit complicated, so I would recommend students to read it again and again. You can also search out about this topic in Investopedia. Thank you for this learning.